This time from GT Sophie, we can expect new race cars, new racetracks.
I feel like Sophie and I have a really strong rivalry. We've raced each other like 3 times now, so I'm excited to race her again.
どんどん自然になってきましたよね。最初のレースの時、今年の2月ですけれども、その時というのはちょっとね人間らしくないような動きをすることも、あったんですよ。他の車との関係の中でね。なんだけれども、もうそういう振る舞いは一切見せなくなりましたよね。
We worked a lot on making GT Sophie fun in the races, and so hopefully we'll see really exciting head-to-head races with lots of back and forth.
I'm feeling a bit of fear.
To beat Sophie, you need to be aggressive and drive really, really fast.
ソフィーに勝つためには、ソフィーがまだ知らないようなことを、人間が何かする必要があるんじゃないかなと思っています。
You have to stay in front. If you let her pass, then it's kind of over already.
GT Sophie's exhibition race here at Monaco gets underway. Valerio Gallo leads the field down towards the first corner, followed by Sophie Rouge, then Igor Fraga, then Sophie Blur. Of course, that rolling start spreading the field out as they come through the left, then the right, then over the crest. It's going to be in the infield section here where I imagine the AI is going to get a little bit closer, and maybe we'll see Valerio Gallo coming under a bit of pressure into the tunnel there. You can see the difference in lines with the AI taking a tighter line through the left-hander, and that's allowed Sophie Rouge to really close up onto the back of the reigning Nations Cup champion as he comes through into the right-hander, then the left. It's all going to be, I think, about the run onto the back straight before they make a move here.
I think Valerio at the moment is basically he's regretting his words, saying it's going to be easy as Rouge goes diving up the inside, uses a little gutter run on the left there, and Gallo's got nowhere to go. He's being hung out to dry by Sophie Rouge. He'll hop into the slipstream now and get a bit of a draft coming down the main straight here, but he's got to look up behind him as well, because Sophie Blur is there in his mirrors, and just like that, Gallo down a second. Humanity is over, Tom.
Igor Fraga is in a bit of the wars at the moment. They're down in 5th place. Kimi Miyazono just up the road in front of him. Sophie Violette gets ahead of Emily Jones into P7 as well as the drivers come through into the back section. Riding on board we are here then with Sophie Blur coming down the hill in towards the final few corners of the lap. You can see their difference in lines. Gallo running in a little bit wide. Is that going to allow an opportunity here for Blur to try and challenge into that left-hander? No, not quite at the moment, but certainly signalling her intentions as it stands into the final chicane we're about to head, and that's a really tight and twisty part of the circuit. But is Blur going to have a look up the inside? Again, no, thinks better of it, and that's the thing with the AI here. They've got to use that intelligence, use that machine learning just to try and think about the best opportunity to overtake here.
Sit on your apex, Valerio. Sit there, mate. Defend for your life. Miyazono is behind, though. He is sort of in contention behind here. So if there is a mistake up front, he can come back into contention here. But right now it is Valerio Gallo. He's protecting humanity right now from the AI behind, but Sophie Rouge has driven off into the distance. 1.3 seconds now is the gap. A little reminder, these AI do play to the exact same physics set as our competitors here. They've just had a few 100,000 laps to get good at the game.
Yeah, really impressive stuff for them to continually improve. As you say, 1.7 seconds, Sophie Rouge driving off into the distance. Blur getting really close here onto the back of Valerio Gallo. They're going to flick it into the left-hander. This is where we saw the lead change hands here on the first lap. We might see a bit of a dive bomb there from Igor Fraga in the background as he tries to make some ground with Sophie Ver very close for company. We're on the run through the tunnel, then it's Blur versus Gallo. Blur on the outside, Gallo on the inside. Over the crest of the hill they come, down in towards the hairpin bend. Gallo's got the inside line. Can he break later? Can he hold into second place? He can indeed, just for the time being. This is great defensive driving here from the reigning champion, but a bit wide on corner exit, and Blur goes through up into second place.
It was only a matter of time, really. I feel like Gallo was defending really well, and the AI, actually, to its credit, wasn't really pushing around too much. Just took the chance when it appeared. And now, of course, Miyazono is looking for a way past Gallo, but it's currently Sophie 1-2 with Valerio Gallo, Miyazono, Fraga, and Sophie Ver behind. Emily Jones just about ahead of Sophie Violette behind. Sophie Ver going for a go on Igor Fraga, not quite close enough for that move, but side by side now, Fraga and Miyazono. All that's allowing is for the two AI cars at the front to pull away.
Yeah, absolutely. They're all getting involved in their own squabbles here. We're coming in towards, we're already over the halfway stage. We're coming in towards the sort of business end of it now as we ride on board here with Sophie Ver, just keeping a watching brief on Igor Fraga and Takuma Miyazono. Through into the left hand we go. Fraga makes it a bit wide through there. A gap presents itself for Sophie Ver, but the opportunity to get past does not. But this is a great scrap here. All the while Sophie Rouge has just cleared off into the distance, some 2.6, 2.7 seconds up the road. But it's in the mid-pack here, JB, where it's all getting pretty feisty.
I find it so hard to believe this is AI. This feels was like watching just 8 humans having a squabble, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, really. But yeah, really awesome to see just how far this AI is coming on. You're seeing now that steering, that sort of jittery steering we saw back at Salzburg, all gone now. A lot smoother is the AI, and using that line, and you can see some of the competitors now are actually taking the same line as the AI to try and improve their speed through there. So they're actually learning from Sophie.
I think Miyazono was a little bit wide. I think he was in the wall on the run out onto this straight. He's got the slipstream in front of him, which will be a bit of a saving grace. Valerio Gallo just up the road there in third place. Here comes Sophie Ver with a half look down the inside of Igor Fraga. Is there a bit of contact between the two through there? I think there was. Fraga just about manages to hold on to fifth place. This is where we saw positions changing hands last time around. Is Ver going to think about an opportunity around the outside? Fraga parks the car on the apex, not allowing Ver to try and get close enough to dive bomb down the inside, maybe into the left-hander, but again, a little bit too little too late. Gallo and Miyazono just up the road, getting pretty feisty here as well.
I mean, we're seeing some of the best drivers in the world in Gran Turismo having just to defend from the AI. There's no chance to attack. They're too fast at this point. And at the moment, it's Gallo, Miyazono and Fraga who are just about holding up the train behind to Sophie Ver, but Sophie Rouge and Sophie Blur, they're just gone. There's a 2-second lead at the front, 2 seconds between the Blur and Gallo, so that's it really. AI wins the final lap though. Can they hold it together?
Yeah, last time around here at Trial Mountain, looking here at Sophie Violette piling the pressure onto the back of Emily Jones. This is in the battle for P7 just up the road. Here is Sophie Ver still stuck behind Igor Fraga. She's trying to find her way through but hasn't been able to do so at the moment, and the thing is going to be running out of opportunities. The battle for the final podium place here between Valerio Gallo and Takuma Miyazono is most definitely up for grabs as well. Looks like the top 2 places between Rouge and Blur are going to be decided, but here comes Miyazono again signalling his intentions on the reigning champion. So it's 2 Nations Cup champs going for the final spot on the rostrum.
It's a little nibble there from Miyazono, but I'm going to assume that Gallo is now maybe rethinking his words a little bit now that he's 4 seconds behind the closest AI, just about keeping the rest of our other competitors behind. But for now, it seems like Gallo's got no answer to the AI in front, and it's just going to be a battle for third place. Sophie Ver, they're having a look at Igor Fraga, sort of getting to the back of the queue there, coming into the last few corners. Can these guys defend from Sophie Ver?
I think Gallo was a little bit wide through there. That's going to allow Miyazono to close right up. The thing is, he's got to be careful here because he's got Igor Fraga ready to try and pick up the scraps as he gets a little bit hot into the right-hander. There's just a handful of corners now remaining. We're going through into the left, and then it's the run down into the chicane. That's the last opportunity to find your way through. No such problems, though, for Sophie Rouge as she comes through the final series of corners and comes across the line to win the GT Sophie exhibition race here in Monaco. It's Sophie Rouge on top by nearly 3 seconds.
ソフィーが本当にちょっとした、人間の隙をついてオーバーテイクしていく姿がすごく印象的でした。
In many ways, I think Yamauchi-san actually said it best when he said that maybe GT Sophie triggers a rewriting of the book of racing. I mean, that's sort of the dream that we have, that we actually explore the limits of physics in a way that the humans haven't done before. And, that would be amazing.